Shrewd Manager Christianity's Position. After 125 years trying, no one has proven the Turin Shroud can be faked. To prove the Turin Shroud can be faked, a copy must match its essential features. This lists 22. This one has 27. And filmmaker David Rolfe offered $1 million for copies that match 6 traits and subparts. No one attempted to collect. Which criteria should copies match? The lists overlap, so it's tempting to start with consensus items. However, that's not the approach we'll take. The practical problem is asymmetrical significance. Who cares more, Christians or skeptics? Many Christians are uncomfortable with relics and quickly dismiss the shroud. Yet 125 years of failure can't seem to shake skeptics' faith that it must be fake. And many trot out the same old ideas without building on prior studies. Consider low-relief sculptures. Tried in 1900, 1978, 1981, 2005, 2010, 2012, and revisited in 2025. These suggest that skeptical researchers are unimpressed with earlier efforts or unaware of them. Neither is a ringing endorsement. The counterintuitive truth is, skeptics don't see additional evidence as more challenges to overcome, but as more opportunities to bias the sample, to cherry-pick. For instance, the 4 most obvious characteristics of the shroud are blood, image, fire damage, and watermarks. Yet few skeptics bother to fake more than one on a single cloth. We suspect the reason is skeptics can't fake all 4, so they don't try. In what other field of investigation do so many claim success while ignoring 3/4 of the most obvious evidence? And in what other field are so many persuaded by such incomplete efforts? Our approach mimics baseball tryouts. To face real game-time competition, the 22 or 27 criteria, copies must first pass simpler tests. In our tryouts, we're only scouting for blood and image and how they correlate. Most of our criteria are visual, so viewers can judge copies for themselves. Only 3 of our tests require expert help. Let's begin with visual observations. This includes anything that can be understood by viewers with little or no expertise. Photos from film, UV, and microscopy. Imaging tools like the VP8, and forensic illustrations that match wounds to anatomy are all visual evidence. The shroud portrays Christ's body and blood. First, the image spans nearly 10 square feet, is invisible up close, has no edges, and shows a smooth gradation of color. Despite this subtlety, it's highly detailed and behaves like a photographic negative. Image analysis tools, beginning with the VP8 in the 1970s, revealed that intensity values correlate with cloth-to-body distance. Newer tools such as ImageJ may be used, but must be calibrated properly. Just as the VP8 showed an ordinary photo as nonsense and the shroud as 3D, modern tools must show ordinary photos as nonsense and the fake as 3D. Second, the shroud shows hundreds of wounds, abrasions, contusions, lacerations, and punctures. Some are only visible under specialized lighting, such as scourge-like marks and serum rings revealed by ultraviolet photography. Third, forensic experts find close correlation between the body and bloodstains. The chest wound matches a stab between the 5th and 6th ribs. The wrist wound aligns with Destow's space between 4 wrist bones. And the right foot wound corresponds to the 2nd metatarsal. Key differences remain. Blood soaks through the cloth, while the image stays superficial. Blood appears as if formed by cloth contact around a 3D body, while the image projects vertically with frontal and dorsal views only, no side image, resulting in minimal distortion. Blood follows body contours even where no image appears, for example, the right elbow. Blood clumps in the weave, but the image shows no incrustation. And blood marks align with the 3D head, not a flat two-dimensional one. Now expert testimony. First, the shroud's bloodstains are genuine clotting blood, confirmed by the presence of hemoglobin, albumin, immunoglobulins, blood type antigens, bilirubin, and even fibrin degradation products. Morphologically, they show crusts, fibrin networks, serum separation, and defined edges, classic signs of clotting. For a forger, this presents a daunting challenge. Replicating hundreds of distinct clotting wounds across 51 square feet of linen before the blood dried, within roughly 40 minutes. No wonder few skeptics bother with the blood. Second, the body image is the result of chemical change in the cellulose, not a foreign substance. The image is due to oxidation, dehydration of linen fibrils, not a chemical coating. Third, the blood got on the cloth first, the image later. Three separate lines of reasoning converge on this point. Blood chemist Alan Adler tested shroud fibers carrying both blood and image. He applied an enzyme that dissolves blood but not the image. When no image appeared beneath, he concluded the blood had been on the cloth first, blocking image formation under it. Normally, aged blood turns dark brown, yet the shroud's blood remains reddish-pink. Researcher Audrey van der Hoeven proposed that starch and madder dye on the linen reacted with acidic post-mortem blood, producing a stable red compound. This unrefuted, scientifically grounded model explains the color and other mysteries. It requires blood to penetrate the cloth first, the body image after. Spanish research team CES presents myriad evidence that the sudarium of Oviedo and the shroud wrap the same corpse. See videos 3.8, 9, and 10 for details. Since the stains correspond, and there is blood but no image on the sudarium headcloth, the reasonable sequence is this: headcloth placed on a bloody head, headcloth off, shroud on, image formed. In sum, no past shroud copy has reproduced these observations and findings. We predict no future copy, using hand-eye coordination and pre-1350s tools, will succeed either. Skeptics may urge viewers to doubt their own eyes, or dismiss obvious traits as irrelevant. But our mantra stands: if you can't pass the tryouts, you are not ready for the big leagues. Next, 1988's radiocarbon tests tell us little about when the shroud was made, and a lot about how the image formed.